Alright, what up YouTube? Doom NYC here with an early deck of the month. I told you guys before that I would make this early, and here it is. So this deck is too good to be just a deck profile, and a lot of people are playing it right now, so yeah, let's get started. Deck of the month for December 2010 is going to be Absolute Zero. Alright, so first we start off with Dark Arm. Pretty much works great. You got a lot of darks. You got the two Kais just for extra removal. It's a nice card in there. Tomato, only one. Sangin again searches out most of your stuff in the deck, so that's really good. All your tuners, stuff like that. You got double Snowman Eater, great against GBs. I mean, I love this card against GBs. You said it, they attack it. It's just so many good uses for that card. Alright, then we go on to our Stratos engine. We got one Stratos. It searches out your two Mallies and your two Diamond Dudes. Diamond Dude works exceptionally well. You play a lot of spells in the deck, so Diamond Dudes is like really good in this deck. We got the Plague Spreader, obvious tuner. We got the three Divas. Diva works real good in this deck, and the reason why you run three is because you run one Reese. I've been playing this deck and it works so good. Actually, when Absolute Zero first started, people used to play two Diva because they didn't have something for the third one, but now we have Reese, and Reese is really good. It's a great stall tactic. I mean, obviously you can't stall against Blackwings with it, but you use Diva's effect and you bring this and you put it in face-up defense position, and basically it stalls the game for, a turn or two. So that's why that card's really good. And last but not least, we got Effect Veiler. And instead of running the second Tomato, Effect Veiler, it turned out to be pretty good. It's a level 1 tuner and it works really good. I don't run Gores in this deck. I don't like Gores this format. I think Gores is terrible this format. So that's that. We got the spells now. We got the Draw Power, the D-Draw, and the Allure. You gotta have that. Pot of Duality. This is actually one of the decks that I would have liked to have 3 Pot of Dualities in it, but obviously I don't have them. But even if you have 1 or 2, run as many of them as you have, because Diamond Dude's effect is so good. With Diamond Dude, you can, Pot of Duality, you can only activate it once per turn, but with Diamond Dude, if he sends Pot of Duality to the grave, then you get to activate 2 in 1 turn, so that's pretty broken. We got Run Rhoda, search out your Stratos, or, if you have that already, then you can get your Diamond Dude. We got one Mind Control, because you do run 6 tuners, so, steal their stuff. Really good. Staples, Dark Hole, and Monster Reborn. Again, every deck's gotta have that. Future Fusion. And the thing about Future Fusion in this deck is you don't necessarily use it because you're trying to get 0. You're using the effect just to get the stuff in the graveyard. And why do you want them in the graveyard? Because you run Trip Miracle Fusion. Gotta have this. Yeah, basically this is what wins you the game, and especially you get Absolute Zero out, and his effect is so good when he gets destroyed. 3 Book of Moon. Again, I rarely ever would run more than 2, but this is one of those decks that I really like 3. 3 is really nice. This is what I'm subbing in for the 2 pot of dualities that I'm missing. 2 Enemy Controller. I really like this card. I think that it's really broken, especially when you think about taking like something of theirs, tributing your Absolute Zero, and taking one of their monsters, and then tributing their monster for Caius. It's massive destruction because you use Econ, right? You tribute your Absolute Zero, you take one of their monsters, and then Absolute Zero's effect activates, you blow up all their monsters on the field, then you tribute their monster for Caius, and then you destroy something in the back row. So that's a really good combo. Enemy controller is really nice. We got back row stuff, 2 MSTs, Giant Trunade. Obviously, this is not a deck for Cold Wave because you're playing so many spells, so Cold Wave is a no-go in this deck. And then the traps, we got a Triple Royal Decree. It's you definitely want to run a lot of spells, so you don't have room for traps, and Royal Decree is really good. The only thing about Royal Decree is that certain decks like Lightsworn, for instance, you obviously don't want to play Royal Decree because that's actually going to help them out. So, but we're going to get to that in a second. We go on to the side deck. The side deck, we run double Cyber Dragon because Machina is still very popular, and that card just destroys them. 2 Crow. This deck doesn't have much ways of removing stuff from the graveyard, so you need to stack your side deck with stuff. The 2 DD Crows. We got the 1 Thunder King only because I can't fit 2 in the side deck because you have to cater to certain needs. 2 Noblemen of Crossout. Again, you're probably going to play a lot of Plant Synchro, so that deck sets a lot. And especially too, like this deck can also, set your Sanguine and your Mystic Tomato. So again, Nobleman is really good, and most times you're gonna remove something that's really important. So that's really good. 1 My Body is a Shield. I'm not main decking it. Only gonna main deck this when I take out the Royal Decrees. So that's just your extra protection. We got 1 Nobleman of Extermination. This card, I can't say how good this card is right now. You could take out an MST and put this in, and it's really good for Solemn Warning because you use this on a Solemn Warning and then they just lost all the Solemn Warnings in their deck, so that's a really good card. A nice interesting tech for the side, Super Polymerization. I wouldn't main deck this. I've actually seen some decks where people main deck it, but why? It's dead. It's a dead card if you main deck it. It's only good against decks that you can actually use their stuff. So this definitely goes in for the mirror match, hands down. So it's a nice side deck option. And your traps, you got Divine Wrath, the for effect Veiler for the people who are still using Gores, Honest. The 2 Light Imprisonings for Lightsworn and Crevice. So basically, if I'm playing Lightsworn, I take out the 3 Royal Decrees and I'm going to side these 3 in. The 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors and Crevice. Lightsworn's really making a strong comeback right now. And another nice tech for the side, Paradox Fusion. You do use a lot of fusion stuff, and I really like this card's negation effect. It's a counter trap, so it has a speed of 3, so that's really good. And yeah, it just negates, and you don't lose your monster. It gets removed and then it comes back, so that's a really good card. Alright, now we go on to the extra deck. Start off with the Synchros, Catastor, Bryonic, Goyo, only 1 level 7 Black Rose, because that's really the only one you need. Colossal, Stardust, well, double Stardust, Scrap Dragon, and Dark End. Those are your Synchros, and then you go on to your Fusions, and you got the Chimera Tech, of course, you gotta have that. 1 E-Hero Gaia. Really nice card, especially against X-Sabers, because you can put in the Super Polymerization and you can really mess them up. You can take like their Gothams or their Fall Troll and fuse with it and bring this guy. It's really annoying for your opponent. That's why I really like that. We got your Trip Absolute Zero, and this is one of your main boss monsters in the deck. And last, 1 Draco. With Super Polymerization, this is really nice. You can take their stuff. If you put Stardust Dragon on the field, and then they have like a warrior type on their side of the field or whatever, you can take that, bring this guy out. It's a really nice effect. So yeah. So that is deck of the month for December. Merry Christmas. Well, early Merry Christmas for you guys. And what better card for Christmas than Absolute Zero? So again, please rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, YouTube, peace.